Well, I came from Cleveland. I had a drinking problem, and some guys was telling me about this program at the drop-in center. It was real good, so I sold all of my belongings in Cleveland, and I came to Cincinnati in 1964. Ever since I've been living in over the Rhine. I worked for 13 years in Cleveland and drove a truck every day. I was what you call a functional drunk. Went to work every day. But I love my alcohol. Wake up in the morning, get me some booze. At 6 o'clock in the morning on the way to work, I get me another 40 ounce. But I haven't had a drink now in 23 years, so I'm proud of Earl. My friend Buddy Gray, he gave me a job cooking. But first he asked me, could you cook for 500 people? I told him no. He said, why not? I said, I worked at Holiday Inn in Cleveland, and I was just a prep cook. So this guy told me, he said, Earl, take the job. I'll show you how to cook. So I retired from the drop-in center with 21 years. I lived my whole time. After I went through the program, they got me an apartment in the back of the drop-in center until I got stabilized. And then I told them I want to move from there. So I had 2 apartments on Elm Street. I stayed 5 there, 5 there. And right now where I'm living, I have lived almost 6 years. I like Old Rhine. I like the people. I like the change. Before I didn't like it at all. But you got to get used to the change. And I like it. I like the people in the neighborhood. You meet a lot of new friends. That's what it's all about, friends. My apartment right now is right across the street from Washington Park. And I got a good friend around the corner named Mr. Collins, Alan Collins. He's a character, a real clown. We sit out here on the stoop and tell jokes, tell lies. I got a lot of friends around the corner here, and they bring me cookies, cakes. And I have some friends stay next door. It's an intern house for Miami students. They bring me cakes and cookies too. I was a cook. I cooked, and they had this men's program upstairs, and every 6 weeks they send a different student down the kitchen to wash my dishes, pots and pans and stuff. So me and Alan, we hit it on. Just right. If I didn't like you, you wouldn't work in my kitchen. I'll send you back up in the program. I was hard as a nail, still hard as a nail. And me and Alan clicked it off just right because we had the same attitude. I made him laugh, he made me laugh. When I got here in the 60s, some neighborhoods was fine until you cross Liberty Street. Liberty Street was I don't know how to call it, OK Corral. And across the street here, all of the buildings going down Ray Street, most of the houses was crack houses. I didn't know what crack was because it wasn't that much in Cleveland. It really changed considerably when 3DC came in the picture. A lot of people wasn't ready for the change. Before the crack come into existence, all of these buildings was built by Germans and Polacks and all that. And the neighborhood wasn't like that. I don't understand what caused that revolution, but it was a bad revolution, especially for black people. Black people, they didn't know how to get along together. They didn't stick together. They never owned any buildings in this neighborhood. They didn't stick together. They want to fight. They want to squabble. I saw what was happening after the gentrification and all that stuff. I didn't like it, but people, they had the easy choice to stay down here and over the Rhine. Some of them moved to Westchester, Batavia, and now the rent is so high up there, they're trying to fight to get back here with the higher class of people. But the rent is so high here now, some of them are staying where they are, or some of them are just leaving the city. I haven't really seen people being put out of their homes, but you look around and you see them one day, and the next day you don't see them at all. It's just like when they marched the Indians all the way across bad lands and snow and stuff, took them off their land. And I felt like they did that to us in this neighborhood. I didn't like it. But I guess it was for the best, I guess. I was real bitter at first until I seen what they was doing. They was making the neighborhood better. You could walk down the street with people asking you for a dime, a quarter, or want to rob you. All of these white people that got shot in this neighborhood, from race to liberty, that's what started the movement with 3CDC. They wanted to clean up all of this. This white woman, she got shot, robbed, left laying in a car bleeding. That's when the city knew they had to clean up the act, so they did. So all of them rich people from Procter & Gamble stuff, they started their own corporation to clean up over the Rhine. That's when that gentrification started. And they're still moving them out. 3CDC is still moving them out. Anything across Liberty Street, 3CDC is moving. They moving. By the market, they're going past the market. They going up Macon Street. All of the surrounding streets, they taking it. But they got a new woman on the block now. She got more money than 3CDC got. She runs the Emmanuel Center up here. And she buying up buildings like crazy. I don't have no problem with people in this neighborhood. Some of them is from Cleveland. They treat me like they've been on me a long time. I'm a person, if they can get along with me, I can get along with them. That's what I do. I don't try to make no enemies. There's a woman down the street, she said, "Earl, you the mayor of this street. If I don't see you, you sick." I got some good neighbors in this neighborhood, and I like it. No negative stuff. But I know negative people when I see them. Those are the ones I don't speak to unless they speak to me. I can tell by the look on your face. I got a 2 years of college in psychology from Akron University. I know if you're friendly, you practice a lot. But all in all, I get along with anybody. I walk in these restaurants and everybody know me because I've been in this neighborhood so long. I love life. I just like the people in the neighborhood, period. They're real friendly. They bring their dogs by to let me pet them. I like petting dogs. It just brings out something in me, a dog, because when I was a little kid, I always wanted a dog. My mom said, "No, you can't have no dog." And just about everybody in the neighborhood, I'd have pet all kinds of brands of dogs. There's something about them dogs that something healed me or something.